Hey, Gabby, do you have a minute to talk? Wow, it's not like you to text me. What's up? Mom asked me to text you. She could have just asked you this herself, but whatever. Oh. What's the matter? She was wondering if you have any plans to visit home soon. What do you mean? Just like I said, are you planning on visiting Mom and Dad in the near future? You never really visit anymore. What do you mean? I try to make it back for Christmas every year. So until then, I really don't have any plans to visit home. Ugh, okay. Well, if you're free this Saturday, do you think you can come over? This Saturday? Why? They said they're having a bunch of relatives over. I guess our cousin Jenna is getting married. Is she really? Oh, I'm so happy for her. I know, right? Her and her fiancé are coming over to meet everyone, including Grandma and Grandpa. That's why Mom wanted me to ask what you were doing this Saturday. She wanted me to ask you if you could come. Gotcha. Well, I'm actually not sure if I'm free or not. I might have to work. Really? You don't have off on weekends? Well, I usually do. But there are times where I have to work on Saturdays too. Wow. Who works on the weekends anymore? Your job is totally taking advantage of you. I do, sometimes. It's not that weird. Maybe your job is different. Yeah, my job is the best. They've never thought about making me work on the weekends. That's just great. I'll get back to you tomorrow about Saturday. I'll text you then. Hey, Tiffany, you got a second? Yup. Did you find out if you were off or not on Saturday? Yeah. I don't have to work Saturday, so you can tell Mom I'll be there. Actually, could you just text her yourself? I hate being the messenger. Even if I do try to tell Mom, I know she'll just make you text me back for her. That's why I'm purposely texting you and not her. Yeah, probably. She doesn't even trust you enough to text her. That's why she's having me talk to you. Ugh, whatever. She has no reason to think that. I always respond to people when they text me. I can't imagine not being trusted enough to send a simple text. That must be rough for you, sis. Now I have to get involved because of it. All this trouble over texting. Whatever. You're clearly the favorite child, you always have been. It wouldn't be this much trouble if Mom didn't have some stupid grudge against me. Either way, I don't care. I'm over it, and I don't expect anything different out of her. Of course, that's what you say. You're always so quick to be defensive. You've never been able to get along with Mom. Defensive? I'm the one who's always been silent when they've been rude to me. Oh, yeah? Anyway, I'll let Mom know you're coming. Thanks. By the way, everyone's coming over in the afternoon, so be at the house before then. Why, so Mom can send me out on errands or make me help with cooking for everyone? I can feel it. She's going to put me to work as soon as I get there. Why do you always make her out to be such a bad person? Am I wrong? You'll be there too, right? Is she going to make you work? Sorry. I actually won't be home in the morning. I have a few things I've got to do myself. I should have seen that coming. Mom told me it was okay. Anyway, see you Saturday. Yeah, see you then. Are you? Did you leave already? Of course I did. I came because you asked me to. Not to hear you brag all day about yourself. I was bragging? I don't know what you mean. Don't play dumb. You went on and on about yourself like you always do. Really? Yeah, really. You didn't think it was embarrassing to talk about yourself like that in front of everyone? Why would I be embarrassed? I didn't say anything embarrassing. You're totally oblivious. It's one thing to brag about yourself in front of me or Mom and Dad. But you were way out of line to go on and on about yourself the way you did in front of everyone that was there today. What was the point of doing that? Are you mad because I brought you up? Don't sweat it. I mean, it's the truth after all. Did you see Jenna's fiancé's face when you were talking about everything? He was totally fine. He's about to be part of this family soon. He should know everything about us. The same thing goes for our other relatives, too. Maybe, but the way you were talking was out of line. Are you really mad? I can't change the truth. You're the one that dropped out of high school and doesn't have a degree. Why would you ever need to bring that up in front of everyone? And yes, I am really mad. You were so rude. Well, everyone's still at the house and no one said anything to me about it. You're the only one that seems to have a problem with what I said. I wonder why that is. Wow. You're not the only one who's mad. Mom and Dad are furious right now. They couldn't believe you stormed off like that. What? I don't think I did anything wrong. All I did was let everyone know all about you. I didn't lie about anything, did I? I think you're really mad at the reality of the situation. I can't help it if everyone compares us. You're a high school dropout, and I'm a college graduate with an awesome job. Whatever, that's not what I'm saying. I know all of that, but they didn't need to, especially with the way you were saying it. That's why I'm mad. Well, why don't you just go back to school or something? If you're worried about being compared to me, maybe you should have worked harder and not dropped out. Only you have the power to change things, right? You're not helping anything by saying that. A high school dropout that works in a factory. Do you plan on working there forever? All I did was tell the truth. If you're mad at that, then what you're saying is that you're really just mad at the situation you put yourself in. Only you can change that. Is that honestly what you think? Of course. Like I said, I only speak the truth. If anything, I'm the one who should be annoyed. You took everything I said wrong, threw a hissy fit and ran off. Who knows the next time everyone will be together in the same room like today? Just think about how Grandma and Grandpa felt when they saw you slamming the door behind you. I'm honestly used to taking this kind of abuse. I never said anything because you only pulled stunts like this when we were with Mom and Dad. But doing it in front of our entire extended family is unacceptable. I'll never forgive you for what you did. I can't believe you. I didn't do anything wrong. You've got no life skills and nothing to show for yourself. On top of that, you blame others for your failures. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I've got a message for Mom and Dad. Tell them I'm never stepping foot in that house again. Are you serious? Sure, I'll tell them right now. Now that I think about it, you've always been the one to embarrass yourself in front of the relatives. Today's no different. The vibe here has been so much better since you ran off like a baby. Whatever. Say what you want. Bye. Okay. Bye, sis. You think you're doing? You think you could just waltz into my job like that? What are you talking about? When did I go to your job? Don't play dumb. I saw you in the lobby of my building. I know what you're up to. You came to try and talk trash about me to my coworkers. I literally have no clue what you're saying right now. I saw you at my job, so I'll ask you again, what are you doing there? Oh, yeah, I am at your job. But don't you usually work at another branch? Yeah, but I came to HQ today for training. I never expected to see you there. I almost had a heart attack. Oh yeah? Is that all you had to tell me? I thought we had a mutual agreement to cut each other out of our lives. I don't think there's reason for us to talk anymore. I never wanted to text you, but after seeing you there, I knew you were up to something. I have a right to know. What are you saying? I'm not trying to do anything. I have no obligation to tell you what I'm doing here. You need to leave right now. There's no business for a high school dropout to be at a first-rate company like mine. You better get out of there right now and never come back again. Only those who have done something with their lives and earned a spot there should be in that building. You've been there a year. You sound so arrogant right now. So what if I've only been here a year? This is my career. I may have only been here for a year, but I'm on track to making my way straight to the top. Unlike you, people actually expect big things out of me. Is that right? What's your problem? Are you still there? I told you to get out. I never want to see you there again. Oh, trust me, the feeling is mutual. Fine, I'll leave, and I'll make sure to never come back. Great, I'm glad you agree. That's all. Bye. Why didn't you say anything? If you would have told me, things could have turned out differently. I thought I told you I never wanted to talk to you again. Where's that fire you had when you were yelling at me the other day? You seem a bit deflated. Yeah, well, I'm really sorry about how I talked to you. Do you think you could come back to my job one more time? No, I already let your boss know what you said to me. Seems like he had a nice little chat with you about it. So no, I won't come back to your job. I honestly don't think I could even fit it into my schedule. Especially if you're the one who's asking me to do it. Just please find time to come back. Sorry, can't do it. I already cleared my schedule once. I knew you worked for that company, so I made an exception. But then you told me I shouldn't be there and to never come back. Why would I help you now? Oh, you should have said something from the beginning. When did you become such a hotshot? Oh, you mean my business seminars that your job asked me to give? I started giving talks recently. I actually quit my previous job a while ago. What? I used my connections and worked my butt off to get to where I am now. I even went back to school and graduated college. I majored in business management. Where I am now is all thanks to the work I put in. Well, I had no idea about any of that. Yeah, well, I wasn't planning on telling you. I mean, even if I did, none of you trust me or believe anything I say, so it would have been a waste of time. None of you have any interest in the things I do. Yeah, well, you really put me in a bad spot. There were so many people who were with me for training. I didn't do anything. I went through the trouble of clearing my schedule to come speak at your job. Unfortunately, it didn't matter that we were related. If one of that company's employees tells me to leave and never come back, that's what I'm gonna do. Why would I react any differently? But still... My inbox is overflowing with requests from other companies that want me to speak. I'm way more popular than you'd imagine. So turning down your job doesn't make a dent in the amount of offers I have for work. Actually, your job has been calling to apologize for everything that happened. They still want me to come. But Gabby... My boss came in and called for me in the middle of my training to chew me out about what happened. Oh, I was mortified. Everyone in the room was staring at me. That must have been rough. Have some sympathy. Please. You're the only one that can help me right now. Just please find time to come back. Is that what your boss wants? Yeah. He said I have to be there this time when you come. He knows you went through the trouble of coming last time just because you'd be speaking at my job. He wants me to take full responsibility for what happened. If things stay the way they are, my career is ruined. Oh, really? Oh, that wouldn't be good. I'm so sorry for everything I've done to you. Just, please. Here's a newsflash for you. The only people who don't know about what I do are you, Mom, and Dad. What do you mean? Jenna and her fiancé, Grandma and Grandpa, all of our relatives know about what I do for a living. Why do they know? Because I told them. They actually have interest in my life, unlike you guys. In fact, I've spoken at every one of their jobs. Really? Yeah, so when you tried to make me look like a fool the other day, everyone looked shocked, right? Jenna texted me right after I left. She said, Tiffany really hasn't changed, huh? She's a real piece of work. I even got a call from Grandma and Grandpa. They apologized on your behalf for how rude you were to me. They told me we're at a loss for words for how she was treating you. Are you serious? Ever since you were little, you've always been so rude and disrespectful towards me. Everyone in the family feels the same way. Mom and Dad have always spoiled you and given you a false sense of entitlement. I'm not embarrassed of being a high school dropout. I wear that title with pride. It's the reason I've worked so hard to get to where I am now. And every time you try to hold that over my head and talk trash about me to others, you're really just embarrassing yourself. You're proving to everyone you're still a spoiled brat. That's not true. Whether you believe it or not, it's true. Now is as good a time as ever to cut each other out of our lives. I'm actually grateful things turned out this way. Please, don't text me anymore. Wait, are you going to help me or not? Why should I help you? You're nothing but a stranger to me now. Honestly, I don't care if you lose your job. I saved all my money from my factory job to afford going to college. After graduating, I got a job as a business consultant. After that, I branched out and started my own business. I go around to different companies, giving seminars on proper business conduct and ethics. I never told that to my parents or my sister. It's not like they would have listened anyway. On the other hand, everyone in my extended family was happy to hear all about it. In fact, after my parents kicked me out of my house after my 20th birthday, all my relatives were really worried about me. They always kept in touch with me to see how I was doing. I made sure to thank them and tell them I was doing fine on my own. I even told everyone about what happened with Tiffany. Eventually, word got around to my mom and dad. They kept trying to text me and call me now that they know what I really do. I just said the same thing to them as I said to Tiffany. You're both strangers to me. Honestly, it felt like a huge weight off my shoulders. I went to Jenna's wedding the other day. My mom, Dad, and Tiffany were nowhere to be seen. When I asked Jenna about it later, she told me, only family's welcome at my wedding. They also told me they think my sister probably gets her personality from my dad. He's always been stuck up ever since he was a kid. My whole family thinks he's kind of a snob. I guess I'm not the only one who hates him. At the wedding, I asked my grandparents what they thought about everything that happened. I thought for sure it would be stressing them out. But when I asked about it, my grandpa just laughed and said, it never hurts to do a bit of house cleaning. They're on their own now. I try not to think about them anymore. I know that karma will get to them eventually.
Josie, I'm coming home. Sorry, but I was held up at work.
Not at all. Thank you for working so hard, Aiden. I can't complain. I haven't made dinner yet. I'm feeling really drained.
Not at all. You need to relax. Your belly's getting big now, so it must be tough. Is it easier if I just buy something on the way back? Is there anything you want? I'll go grab it.
I want a burger. Maybe it's not the healthiest thing for our baby, but it is what I'm craving right now.
You're normally careful. I'm sure it's fine just this once.
I guess. But are you sure? My favorite burger place isn't on your way back, Aiden.
If you don't mind waiting, I'll go get it. I want you to live as stress-free as possible, because you're going through a lot to give birth to our baby. I want you to eat what you want.
Oh, Aiden, you're so sweet. I'm so glad I married you. Thank you for always thinking of me.
Don't mention it. It's the least I can do. I won't be the one giving birth. I can be your punching bag, at least.
Punching bag? Don't worry, I'm not going to hit you.
But Josie, it's going to be tough for you. So I want to help you in any way I can.
Thank you. I'll do my best to make sure the birth goes well and we get a healthy baby. But there is one thing that bothers me.
Yeah? What is it?
You buy too much baby stuff. After finding out she's a girl, you've been buying way too many clothes and toys. Our house is going to be full of just the baby stuff.
Well, you know, since I found out she's a girl, I see cute clothes and want to get them for her.
But babies grow up so fast, and people will probably give us stuff. So, no more buying baby stuff for now, Aiden.
But
Promise me.
I promise. Then I'll get the burgers and head home.
Drive carefully. I'm sorry about today, Aiden. You must have been so worried. I apologize about you having to drop work to come and see me.
Don't worry. Anybody would be worried if their pregnant wife was taken by an ambulance to the hospital. So you're feeling all right now?
Yep, fine now. My belly was feeling pretty bloated. Maybe I moved about too much.
Yeah, maybe. You're due in 1 month, so don't overdo it.
Got it. They said I'll be allowed home tomorrow. Once I'm out, I'll keep still at home.
Yeah, about that, Josie. Work needs me to go away on business for a while. Can you stay with your parents until the baby's born?
Oh, I see. It can't be helped if it's your work. But you'll be able to come back for the birth, right?
I'm going to do everything I can to be back.
So maybe you can't?
It really depends if they still need me.
Okay. I'll go get some things tomorrow and head over to my parents' place. I'll let you know if something happens.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
My water broke. Hurry!
Huh? Sorry. Can't. You'll have to do it alone.
What? What are you playing at? I thought you just came back from your business trip. You can't get out of work for this?
This isn't a work problem. I just don't feel like going either way.
I don't get it. What happened, Aiden? You suddenly got so cold towards me recently.
Your parents and sister are with you, right? Then you'll be just fine without me.
Why are you being so dismissive?
My phone's blowing up with calls from both your parents. Looks like they're pretty mad.
Of course. You're leaving your wife to deal with giving birth alone? You don't feel like it. What does that mean? They're really disappointed in you.
Oh, Kaylee just texted me that I'm a jerk. Am I a jerk?
Yeah, you're a real jerk. I'm about to give birth now. Whose child do you think I'm giving birth to?
It doesn't matter what you say to me. I'm not going. I don't think there's any need for me there.
Hey, what are you talking about? Aiden? You have to come. Seriously, Aiden, what's your problem? It's been 3 days since she was born. We haven't even decided on a name yet. We need to get her birth certificate sorted.
I was thinking of getting in touch with you. I thought you've had enough time to calm down.
Are you serious? Do you even realize what you're doing?
Yeah, I do. Your parents and sister keep sending me angry messages. Saying I'm a jerk, heartless, questioning if I'm ready to be a father. They've done nothing but complain to me.
What are you laughing about? No one trusts you anymore, Aiden. Of course they wouldn't. After you were so cold to your wife when she was giving birth. You haven't even visited us once since she was born.
Of course I wouldn't.
What? She's your child, Aiden. You're a father now. You need to take responsibility. You were looking forward to this so much.
Yeah, I was looking forward to it all right. Back when I thought she was my child.
Huh?
She's not my daughter, is she?
What are you talking about?
You're the one who knows best, Josie. I'm so stupid. I didn't notice your affair for so long.
I'm not having an affair.
I'm the one who should be asking you what you're talking about, Josie. The doctor told me something.
What did he say?
That time you got taken away in the ambulance. The doctor quietly warned me. He said he didn't want to directly tell you, but that I shouldn't put pressure on your belly suddenly. I didn't get it at first, but after thinking about it, I realized the horrifying truth.
What's that about? He didn't tell me a thing.
It means the doctor thought I did it. You can't blame him, because I was there ASAP after you got there.
You've got a disgusting imagination. You're trying to say I was having an affair while pregnant?
I couldn't think of any other possibility. We haven't done it since you got pregnant. You always told me that you weren't in the mood and that you were worried about the baby.
The doctor clearly made a mistake. You don't have any proof, but you decided all of this on your own? Don't you just want to escape from your responsibility as a father?
This is a matter that affects the baby's life. Of course, I did my research.
Research?
I had a suspicion, so I asked the doctor when the baby would have been conceived. You know, just an idea of when you got pregnant. The date he said matched the time I was away on a business trip. Although there might have been some room for error.
If there's room for error, that doesn't mean anything. You still don't have any proof.
That's not the only thing I found out. I kept track of what you were doing until you had the baby. You were regularly in contact with a particular man, even meeting him. You went to his house often, didn't you?
So you were spying on me? That's why you told me to go stay with my parents? Disgusting.
You are the one who's disgusting. What the hell were you doing, visiting another man while you were pregnant?
No, he said we should celebrate the birth beforehand. We've been friends a long time. Our relationship is platonic.
But I didn't even know about him? You would have introduced him if he was such a good friend.
I didn't want you to worry.
No, you've been seeing him for a long time, haven't you? From around your college days, right? A failed actor, isn't he? So that's why you felt the need to marry me.
You even went snooping about on Marvin?
Of course I did. I've got plenty of circumstantial evidence. I've even got photos of you going into his apartment. About the only thing missing is a paternity test.
Aiden, she's your daughter. You have to believe me.
Well, I don't believe it. I'll decide what to do after the paternity test. I found a place that can give me a result before the deadline for the birth certificate. Tomorrow, I'll collect a DNA sample from the baby.
No, I won't let you see her. What are you trying to do to your newborn child? Don't you feel a shred of responsibility toward your own daughter?
It can't be helped. This is a big deal for me and the baby. We'll soon find out from the result whether I do have any responsibility for the baby. If I'm the father, I'll raise her. Of course, we'll get a sample in a way that doesn't harm her.
No way. I won't let you in the hospital, Aiden. I'll list you as the father on the birth certificate form, and then I'll submit the papers.
Don't do that. Not that you can.
And why not? I don't think you understand. If I write it in, they'll accept it, and it's set in stone.
I'm saying that nobody will cooperate with you. You won't even be able to submit the papers.
What are you talking about? I've got the upper hand here. Everyone's on my side. My parents or Kaylee can go submit them for me.
I've already spoken to them, and I've explained everything.
What?
Your parents were so ashamed that they were crying. They apologized on your behalf and said that I don't need to see the baby. Kaylee said that she'll get the DNA sample for me. It's true. When you were staying at your parents' and you asked to be taken to Marvin's, I heard that Kaylee took you multiple times to his place. Your sister was appalled that she played a part in your affair.
This is all a misunderstanding. You're the father, Aiden, and I swear it. You wouldn't abandon your own child, would you?
Then you shouldn't have a problem with the paternity test.
But...
Anyway, your parents should be on their way to you. You'd better start thinking about your future. I can't decide what to do about the baby until the result is in. But I don't love you anymore, Josie.
Aiden, I'm so sorry. I apologize from the bottom of my heart.
For what? Cheating on me while you were pregnant? That the baby wasn't mine? Or because you married me to use as a walking ATM from the start?
for all of that. But I did actually love you, Aiden. You let me do whatever I wanted. You were so sweet, and I was so proud to have you as my husband.
But your heart really belonged to Marvin, the failed actor, right?
That's not true. I was planning to leave Marvin, but it all went on for longer than I wanted, and then I got pregnant. I was going to raise her as your child.
But you were going to keep seeing that guy, weren't you? You were just going to keep cheating on me while you used me to keep being a stay-at-home mom.
That's not how it was at all.
No, it happened this way because you had no intention of leaving him. Hurry up with the divorce papers. You realize that there's no one on your side anymore, right?
Look, I've got my hands full with the baby, but my parents won't raise a finger to help.
You should be grateful that they're letting you stay with them. What would you have done if they disowned you?
But newborns are hard work. My parents are constantly chewing me out about the divorce and the affair. I'm at my wit's end.
This is your own fault. Time to put on your big girl shoes. If you want help, why don't you go to Marvin?
His apartment is tiny. We can't raise a baby there. He doesn't earn that much. He can't afford to take care of me and the baby.
But he's the only one you can rely on now. He's the father anyway. Although when my lawyer told him that we'd be suing for emotional damages, he did say he was going to leave you.
Huh?
Oh, he didn't tell you. Then can you pretend I didn't say anything?
Wait a second. Did he really say that?
Sounds like he got his big break. He finally got a big acting role. So he doesn't have time for marriage, he said. Well, not that it concerns me. This is a matter for the two of you.
Why? He told me that we'd get married if he got famous. So he told me to wait until then.
Like I said, go discuss it with him. It won't be much longer until we're complete strangers.
Aiden, what should I do?
I don't know, you need to think about it by yourself. Just make sure you take good care of your daughter. She's innocent in all of this. You need to take responsibility and care for her.
I can't do it alone. I only had her because I thought we could raise her together, Aiden. Look, I know you're not the biological father, but I think you'd be a better father for her than Marvin. So, can't you be her father until she grows up?
Easy for you to say. How long are you going to keep trying to use me?
But you were looking forward to having her so much. You might not be related to her in blood, but I'm sure you'll be a great father, Aiden.
I'm really impressed by your persistence in pushing this onto me. Oh, that's right. You don't have any empathy. It's how you were able to cheat on me.
But you were so kind to me when you didn't know about the affair. You really loved me, didn't you? Can't we go back to that time?
You must be really tired. What utter nonsense you're spouting. I'm getting a divorce and suing for emotional damages. Then you and I will become complete strangers.
Aiden, please don't leave me. I'll never betray you again, and I'll be the best mother for the baby.
Of course you'll be the best mother for your baby. That's a given. Just do it with the other guy. You're talking to the wrong person.
I'm not sure I'll be able to do this without you.
You're a mother now. Mothers don't just abandon their children, do they?
Being a single mother will be tough. Aiden, please.
Then you should marry the other man. He's the real father. You lectured to me a lot about parental responsibility. So you'll take responsibility for your daughter, won't you? After that, I got divorced from Josie. Then I sued her and her affair partner for emotional damages. He was planning to leave Josie because he got his big role. But Josie told everyone he was a deadbeat father all over social media. He wasn't the most famous actor, but the few fans he did have blew this up on the web. He lost his big gig as a result of this. The affair partner was forced to take over his family business and pay child support. I hear that Josie is raising the baby at her parents', but her parents are always on her about the affair. Sounds like she's having a pretty difficult time, completely unlike her former cushy life. She works part-time to pay her parents back for the lawsuit money they gave her. I'm sure the baby will be fine, since her grandparents have got their heads screwed on right. The baby turned out not to be mine. No surprises there. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't looking forward to having her at one point. I suppose it doesn't matter what I think, when I'm not her father or anything. But she bears no guilt in all of this, so I hope she has a good life. I'm not completely over all that happened. But I'd like to get back to living life normally one day.